pretty much fully willing host.
I'm Kai.
And welcome to Normalcy, a podcast where we talk about many topics with parts of my day spliced in between.
Yeah, it's random topics with a side of Milena's daily experience.
Yeah. Just to make sure it's not all that entertaining.
But it's entertaining enough.
Yeah.
It's something I usually cannot listen to podcasts because I feel like I have to do other things. Like I could not do homework while listening to a podcast because I would have to rewind the podcast because I wasn't listening. But this is one that
you
is
can drone on in the background.
Exactly. It's so insignificant that you can just do anything.
Yeah.
Our podcast is very versatile.
Yep. All right. Should we just start with my day then?
Yeah, today is Wednesday, May 15th. What happened on Wednesday, May 15th?
So I woke up, I thought I woke up late, but it turns out I woke up earlier than I usually do. So I rushed out of the house and I realized it was 7:20, I'd be at school at like 7:30, so I kind of felt stupid. And I didn't take my allergy medicine because I was in a rush.
Allergies?
Yeah.
Are your allergies acting up recently?
No, not actually. I thought they would, but mostly because I've been more inside today. And then, so first mod, we had band, because we didn't have homeroom, and we actually got the first look at our marching band music for next season, and we tried to play through it.
Season 2?
Marching band.
Or is it season like 50?
I don't know. For me, it's season 2.
It's season 2, so they've officially been renewed for
season
2 of
Marching
Band.
Has been renewed for another season. And our music, it's shorter than last year's, but it's kind of the same difficulty.
Are you guys doing a wolf? Is there any?
No, this one's actually more probably going to be about a phoenix, because it's called Resurrection, and it sounds really good.
You just can't do something that's not about a symbolistic animal?
Well, no, it's by the same authors, so of course it's going to be about a symbolistic animal.
So it's going to be a symbolistic animal. That sounds musical.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why, but I am extremely nostalgic for marching band season at the moment.
I'm not.
I know you're not, but you don't really have anything to do with me.
I went to all the shows last year. I was a loyal fan. Well,
you were a loyal fan.
I think I went to all of them. I could have missed one or two.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. I'm definitely not excited for band camp, but my grandma did give me hand warmers for my birthday because I asked her to because of marching band season. So now I won't be dying of hypothermia during Monday night practice in October when it's 20 degrees outside.
Make sure that you bring a screen protector to
Oh yeah.
Camp. Or was that jazz band camp?
No, there's no jazz band camp.
I thought it was some.
No, it was band camp. Somebody
I thought
destroyed
it was a jazz
phone.
Thing. Did someone step on it? Is that what happened?
I don't know if someone stepped on it, someone dropped their instrument on it. I don't think that you would have gotten that by stepping on it.
Was it like spiderweb?
Yeah, remember it was like...
I don't remember.
Broken from the front camera all down here.
Well, that's a cool
picture. I couldn't use What?
That's a cool picture.
It is cool. I took it during January when it was Missouri River. It was all frozen.
That's really cool. You got to email that to me so I can flash it on the screen so people know for context what we're talking about.
Should we do that?
It's her wallpaper.
Yeah. Also, my
I was going to last episode when we talked about the Midwest and how the western tip of Nebraska is the Midwest. I was gonna flash a picture on there because we were just describing it. And I even googled it on the I googled it in the podcast, but I didn't show it, and so now I'm gonna start doing that when it's needed.
And also just for context.
I gotta crack my knuckles. Hold on.
Don't do. That echo.
I got a few off there, but that's all.
Right. Just for context, my home screen wallpaper is a wallpaper of Vampire Weekend's album Father of the Bride, which is one of my favorite albums of all time. It came out probably about a few weeks ago. Well, they're my favorite band ever, so.
How old is this band?
Oh, they've been around, let's see, their last album before Father of the Bride came out 6 years ago.
60?
6 years ago.
Oh, that makes more sense.
They're from I'd say, they've been around since I was little, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd say about 12 years, maybe more. But yeah, they're really good. They're a less edgy Panic. Their music style isn't very it's just different. It's not as edgy as most indie bands. It's actually a lot happier.
It's hard to come by an indie band that's not edgy.
I know, but they're
or like moderately edgy at least.
Yeah, there's songs that are not edgy, like they're sad, but they're not edgy. Like, you know, they're not trying to be angsty. They're just,
What's a sad song that isn't edgy?
My Mistake on Father of the Bride,
All right.
Contra on Contra. I think you're a Contra on Contra.
The only super popular sad songs are the really edgy ones, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Is Welcome to the Black Parade sad? I've never listened to it. I just know
I don't know.
people get
Who's
triggered
that?
by it. That's My Chemical Romance.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never heard it.
Yeah.
Sounds edgy. Sounds really edgy.
Yeah. All right. Let's keep
Where
going.
were we?
Band. And then after that I had biology where I had to do the frog exam, which I hope I did good on.
Someone...
I forgot what the bottom of the frog was, where everything comes out. I forgot the name of it.
That's the cloaca.
I forgot the name. I knew it started with a C or a G.
Did you not ever Google it or anything?
No, it was during the test. I couldn't remember it.
I know, but like since then, did you not like figure out?
No, I just didn't bother.
It was the cloaca. The only reason that I remember most of those things is because when
I put an anus on there because I didn't know what else to put.
Nice. I don't remember her name. The Big Bang Theory, the one that was
Penny?
Sheldon's girlfriend, the scientist.
Amy. I think.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Amy. She's actually like a scientist in real life.
Oh, that's cool.
And that actress was on Good Mythical Morning, and they dissected plastic frogs, and that's the only reason that I remember most of those.
Dang it! You should have sent me that video. I wouldn't have failed.
That was a good episode. I should have sent you that. They focus a lot on the cloaca.
Oh, that's great.
Do you want to tell them about your organ mishap?
Oh yeah. Basically, what we had to do is I had to take out some organs and put them on a paper, and me and Reese were working at it. And we got all the organs on paper, and I was moving to put something away, but my hand moved too far, and I ended up swiping the paper with all the frog organs on it off the table and onto the floor. So we had to pick up all the frog organs.
Wait, did Reese pick them up too?
Well, yeah.
Oh, she shouldn't have. That should have been your ordeal in front of the whole class.
Well, no, it wasn't in front of. We were just in the corner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no one really cared.
I imagined it spilling all in that middle aisle.
No, we were on the edge.
Oh, well, that's where I was. I was on the middle aisle. So if we did that,
Ooh. But our frog was before we knew its gender. It was John F. Kennedy, named after the most dead president. Because our frog was dead, but we actually.
You know who the least dead president is?
Who is it?
It's Andrew Jackson. It's Andrew Jackson. That's what we call an inside joke.
I just remembered the context for that.
There's actually a conspiracy theory of there's a West Side Wired podcast, and they did a conspiracy theory about the JFK assassination.
Yeah, we should have phoned in.
When I saw the title, I'm like, did they get Milena on this podcast? Did she share the theory?
No, what I gotta do is you gotta give me any D.B. Cooper conspiracy, because I know everything about that case, almost to an exhaustive degree, and it's kind of spooky. If you want it, I know.
I could hear your guilt in that sentence. Almost too.
I know too much about this case. I know too much about the only unsolved hijacking in American history. Only unsolved plane hijacking in American history.
How did JFK, the frog? That's how.
Yeah, but we actually learned it was a Jackie Kennedy because it was female, and also incredibly diseased. All of the organs were tinted black as if all the organs had black lung.
My lungs were black, but nothing,
yeah,
the liver a little bit, but nothing else.
This frog's stomach was an avid smoker, we'll say that.
my Chili was our frog. Chili was a guy, and Chili was spelled Chily, because we're edgy.
One L?
Yeah, one L.
Oh.
No, it's not. I think it was more of the food, but we wanted to be edgy. So Chili.
Wait, who was your partner?
Charlie. Mr. Charlie. I don't remember what I was gonna say about Chili. His stomach was normal stomach color.
We didn't really know where we were cutting with the frog, so I don't know if we cut the stomach.
Did you just Just get the scissors and
There was
get in there.
there was like black, like, you know, like, have you seen like the eggs in the female frogs, like the eggs?
Yep, like
imagine that
caviar.
just all over the stomach. Like, it wasn't confined to one space. It was everywhere. I don't know if it was eggs. I don't know if it was disease.
It's gross.
I know, it was really gross.
I would hate to be that frog. But can you, if you're, I'm assuming that companies breed these frogs for dissection. Can you have defects? Shouldn't you get some
well,
kind
think
of...
about it. If you're it could be like, you know how dog breeders kind of interbreed dogs, and then that turns into bad things.
But I'm thinking...
It could be they interbreed frogs.
I'm thinking, if you are breeding frogs in a mass quantity, can the client get some sort of a refund if they have defective frogs, like Jackie? I feel like that's just not proper, like, scientific method stuff.
I don't know. I
feel
mean,
like
it depends on how defective it is. If you got, like, you know, missing a limb.
Because, I mean, if they only ordered one frog, which probably never is going to happen, but if you only ordered one
I'm
frog
gonna
and it
order
happened to
one
be that
frog
frog...
from whatever company sells frogs, and I'm gonna see if it's defective. I'm suing them.
You're suing?
Suing them for
Probably the
false
lawsuit of the century.
Yeah.
My frog had black stomach.
My frog was overtly pregnant. Either that or just full of sludge.
Frogs don't get pregnant.
I mean, overtly ready to ovulate, if that makes sense.
Fertile.
Very fertile.
Jackie was very fertile.
But yeah, so I wonder if JFK is flipping us off from heaven or wherever else he ended up because we are calling his wife a diseased frog.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe that's a possibility.
God bless America.
What happened after biology?
I
Elena?
went to Global Geography large group, which
Does
was...
Mr. Bryan still?
I didn't see him there.
Did anything interesting happen in global geography?
We learned about Middle America, which is like the Caribbean, because it's the middle of the North and South America.
So like Cuba?
Yeah.
And
Puerto Rico.
the Bahamas.
Mexico, because that's in the middle,
Haiti.
kind of. Yeah. Those places.
Isn't Mexico part of Central America?
No, that's why it's called Middle America.
I mean, not Central America. No, it is Central America.
It's part of North America.
Yeah, we learned
But like
about
there was
Central
North America, and then Middle America.
South America.
Like North America was like the U.S. and Canada.
Like El Salvador, Guatemala,
Yeah.
places like that in Central America.
Those are Guatemala. Yeah.
So
Alright.
Does anything interesting happen in Central America? You can say no.
A lot
if no.
of weak governments that get constantly overthrown.
Was that where all the banana empires
the
happened?
banana republics? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, wait, no, that was more central. That was more mainland Central America.
It's like Mexico.
So like Venezuela, places like that.
How's that more mainland then?
Because it's not an island. The Caribbeans are islands.
Yeah.
That the main places like Venezuela, places like
Is Venezuela in Central America?
No, it's in South America. I think.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
See, that's where I was
Central
getting
South
confused.
America.
Central South America.
Should we provide context for the banana republics or not?
I'll throw a link. I'll throw a link up there.
Well, here's the thing. That video has cursing, and our parents are watching this, and my mom will kill me.
I don't know what you want me to do. Link in description.
Link in description.
But viewer discretion is advised.
Viewer discretion is advised for language.
Yep. It could be an age-restricted video. I don't know.
It could be.
I doubt it though. I don't know if you have
But
to
it's
age restrict
extremely
for
interesting.
swearing.
You should watch it.
It's a good use of your time.
Yeah. And then.
So. What was after?
I remember I went to go see you because my geometry was canceled.
Hey.
So I went to go hang out
Open
with
mod.
this guy. What did we do?
This guy.
This guy, yeah. We
Wink,
just
wink.
sat. We just kind of.
That would be right before my biology test, so I would have been
You were studying, and I was
we were
watching
we were at
TV
this
show
exact same table.
on my I was watching a TV show on my phone, and I finished the season finale, and now I'm mad because the show always makes cliffhangers, not knowing if they're going to be renewed or not. So at some point, we're going to be very dissatisfied with it not being renewed. I've seen this happen with shows before, where they have an amazing cliffhanger, and then they won't get renewed.
What show was it, Milena? Was it Timeless?
It was no Timeless because Timeless actually ended. It got wrapped up.
Oh,
remember,
they didn't get canceled?
Season 1, Season 2, and then
Don't
season
say
3.
remember. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, no, but season 1. Season 1 ended. Season 1 is the best season, I think, because they had actually like more time and more like they didn't feel like they had to be rushed.
Time.
Yeah, because it was great. Season 2 was okay. It was pretty good, but I mean like they could have done better if they had more episodes. But season 3 was just a 2-episode like almost like a movie event, like where they could wrap everything up for the fans.
They were ready.
What?
They were ready.
They knew that this was their one shot because that's all NBC gave them because NBC is trash and they don't want good shows because they put them in bad time slots.
The Office. But NBC saved Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so
they did. But here's the thing: you can't just.
They do want good shows.
I know, but Timeless, like people loved it. Like everyone who watched it liked it. Like if you go online, like everyone, like you don't really see any complaints about the show.
Okay.
So it's just they put it at a bad time slot and just said, oh, numbers, even though we put it at like 9 o'clock at night on a Monday.
It's pretty bad.
That is terrible. And now my other favorite show that's probably going to have a cliffhanger and get canceled by ABC is on like 9 o'clock on a Wednesday.
Yeah, that's also
a
bad.
Wednesday.
That's not as bad as 9 o'clock on Monday, though.
No, Wednesday's worse because
No, Wednesdays
well, actually,
are better.
like personally, like my family is more busy on Wednesdays than Mondays.
I feel like Wednesday would be better for like watching things though. Like,
I know.
it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
That was a bad bit. I don't like it.
We'll cut it out. Actually, no. If my bad jokes get on here, so do yours.
Fine.
Alright.
How did we get to...
No, because you were talking about what we did during our open mod.
Yep.
And then after that, I had another open mod where I just kind of sat here and kept watching the show. And then after that, I went to stage band where we took notes on music theory for the final.
What happened after stage band?
After stage band, I went to Latin and I took the chapter 20 quiz, which is our last quiz, and I did the crossword homework that we had to do for mythology, because the last unit is a review mythology unit, which I already know everything about because I
read Percy Jackson.
I read Percy Jackson as a kid, yeah.
I saw a meme.
It was the only book series with a main character who had ADHD that I ever read in my entire life.
Okay, maybe that you've ever read.
Yeah. For context, I have ADHD, and I like representation. It's fun.
I saw a meme.
You saw a meme?
It was like, teacher, class, we're learning about mythology today. And then it was the one kid who read Percy Jackson, the expert. It was the picture of the guy with the expert shirt. I'll flash the image on screen.
Yeah.
And he's like walking in.
Yeah.
It's like, and is that how you feel?
Not really, because there are other people who read Percy Jackson but don't know where the Percy Jackson part ended and the real mythology began. There was one guy who was like, wait. So like all the characters in Percy Jackson, like the characters in Percy Jackson aren't really in mythology? My teacher went, no. And he's like, oh my god.
Percy Jackson isn't in mythology?
No, he's not.
He's not a Greek god?
No.
Ah, darn.
Yeah, but I loved mythology as a kid. I still do. I like all mythologies, not just Greek or Roman or whatever. Okay, and then after Latin, I had 2 more open mods. What did you just do?
What?
You like put your tongue out and then put it back.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. I just watched that commercial.
Alright.
Like.
Yeah, like that.
Okay. Okay, so, after
I had the open mods, I hung out with you and Danelle during Mod 13.
Yes, you did.
Then I went to English, and then the day ended.
The day ended.
It was a very boring day.
It ended with English.
It did.
Is anything spontaneous that is relevant to your life right now? Anything spontaneous?
Let's see.
That did not occur today or anything?
The last episode before the season finale of my favorite show that I said was going to get canceled is coming on tonight, so I'm gonna watch that.
Wow, what is that show?
It's a dumb show, and I'm not gonna embarrass myself by saying what show it is.
But you're gonna tell me anyway, aren't you?
Fine.
Just tell them.
It's ABC's Whiskey Cavalier starring Scott Foley and Lauren Cohan.
I never watched that.
And
I didn't watch it.
It's like televised fan fiction. It's very tropey, but like in an endearing way, where it's not corny, but like just not as dark as many other dramas on TV.
So Lauren Cohan played Maggie on Walking Dead from
Yeah.
seasons 2 to season 8.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, what season are we in? Season 9. I totally thought we were in season 8, and up to about 3 episodes into season 9, and she was at her peak in that show, not money wise, but like acting wise, in like probably season 4 and 5, and in season 9, she's just pretty lacking. Like it was pretty.
Well, probably because she knew.
She's pretty.
When was
She
season
did
9
know.
filmed?
Season 9 was filmed about a year ago.
All right, then yeah, I would say
Maybe more.
She
Actually,
probably knew she was
more than a
moving
year
on
and a
to
half
another
ago.
project.
She did have like the finalizations of her contract all in place, so
Yeah.
like she knew, and she was setting herself up for her departure.
Yeah.
And like now that Whiskey Cavalier's canceled, it's almost confirmed that
Here's
she's
the
going to
thing, though.
return.
You could have the timeless phenomenon happen again, where it could come back, because that timeless that got
She's
brought back
almost
once, but
confirmed.
twice.
She's almost confirmed to be in season 10.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I don't even know if I want her in season 10.
Well, yeah. Well, here's the thing, because it's not fun when an actor doesn't try. Like,
Yeah.
if you're just doing a role because it gets you money and it's a sure job. Like,
yeah.
moral of the story: if there's any actors who are listening that are considering a role they don't like for the money, trust me, people enjoy it more when it looks like you're trying and that you give an engaging performance. Not when it looks like you're going to be paid $10 million afterwards.
It's not that she wasn't trying. It's just that
she just seemed bored.
She was a weak. She was such a weak character, and that's why I think that I don't really care if she comes back, because the story wasn't really affected if she left.
So more like that was more of a writer problem. Well, here's the thing: maybe they could be setting it up because they didn't know if she would leave if Whiskey Cavalier worked out. They could have been setting it up so that way you wouldn't care. There wouldn't be like huge backlash if she decided to leave the show.
Yeah, but I think doing that, preventing that backlash also prevents any excitement of return.
Yeah, good point.
So
just promise, hey, we'll do better writing. But yeah. Is Walking Dead known for its writing or not?
It is TV's #1 drama, so it's got to have something to do with that. It doesn't have any super popular actors by any means. Yeah. I bet the most popular actor that's ever been on there was probably like, I don't know.
Bill Paxton was on Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which I thought was very well written in the first season. The rest of it wasn't as good.
That was a notification.
That was a notification.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have they don't have a popular cast. I know that Norman Reedus was in a couple things, but I don't think I reckon. I know that like a ton of the actors that came in the middle seasons were like, at least 5 of them were from House. I don't know. House, the show. I've never seen it.
Is it the one with the cranky? That's all. I never watched it. I just know it's the one with like the medical doctor who's just really.
I think so. I think it has something to do with medicine.
Is it the show called House MD? I think it is either House or House MD.
There's a square around the H.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Breaking Bad kind of thing.
Yeah, but like less
Breaking Bad.
Less edgy than it. It's not Breaking Bad, but it looks like Breaking Bad.
So, yeah, it must be something to do with the writing, because season 4 and 5, those were the best ones. That's a fact. And then season 6 started a decline. 7 and 8 were garbage, and season 9 is excellent. So, and that's because they got a new showrunner in between season 8 and season 9. It just boosted it all. So I think it's new writing that's.
Yeah. It's kind of like bulk. Doctor Who, where it's like all of Tennant's seasons were pretty good. There were some episodes, like, because each episode kind of has a different focused writer, and some of them are guest writers that come on and just write one episode, and then.
Yeah.
And like some of them were kind of out there, but like. I guess I don't prefer the new showrunner of Doctor Who. Like, I love literally everything else about, like, the new Doctor Who so far. Season 11 came on about a year ago, and it's so good. Jodie Whittaker is awesome as a doctor. All the companions are great. I love, like, I guess, like, the new format, the new theme, the new, like just, like, the new cinematography. It's all great. But, like, the show didn't really like want to focus
The show didn't want to focus.
on overarching plots, and basically like what the show focused on since the beginning of time is how the Doctor reacts to things. It's like they gave us like no backstory. When they did finally introduce the Daleks, like for the season, they it was terrible because like you didn't get how cool that was unless you watched the show before, and if you didn't, it felt extremely confused about why everybody was making a big deal out of like a trash can with a whisk and a plunger.
Like I've seen episodes with the Daleks, but I don't know if I'd be blown away by their.
Well, no, because you were saying they hadn't been there all season,
Oh, okay.
and they basically said,
Have
"Oh
they
yeah,
been
this
eradicated?
year." Oh no,
How
because
did
like
they-
no, it's just they didn't appear all season because like no one wrote them in.
Oh, that's.
There's almost no rules in Doctor Who of what you can do, of how, like, almost no decision that tends to override everything will be cemented. I mean, like, there's almost no continuity, if we're gonna be honest. Except for just who the Doctors were and who the companions were. That's it. That's the only continuity there is.
So I want to acknowledge that this, based on Milena's accessibility next week, do you have a percentage of if you'll be able to record a new edition next week?
I don't know. I guess it might be a 50-50 thing at this point. I don't know.
So
I probably will be able to, but it might not be sure.
So I'll take that as a 60-40.
Mm-hmm.
This could potentially be the last episode of Normalcy Season 1.
Yeah.
We do have Normalcy...
Summer edition.
Normalcy Summer Edition Season 1 is going to
which we promise
start.
will have better content,
It will have more exciting
cohesive
content.
episodes, and more guests.
It won't be as frequent, though.
Yeah.
We're going to kind of do like a Good Mythical Summer kind of thing, where we do it less frequently. We're going to do it like every other month.
Yeah. Every other month.
Not every other month. So that'd be one episode. We're trying to do it at least once a month. At least. Otherwise, if she will be available next week, then we will do
a goodbye episode.
A finale of Normalcy Season 1.
With sort of series in review. If we make it, that'll be our 5th episode?
Yes.
Wow.
That'll be 5 episodes. And usually, I've noticed that premiere/pilot seasons tend to be a little shorter.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes sense.
Yes, it does make sense. Because by next year we'll be able to do one throughout the entire year instead
Yes,
of
we
waiting
will
till the
start
semester.
in August.
Yeah. So final words.
Final remarks.
Alright. This has been awesome with you all. In case this is my last episode of the school year. This has been super fun to make, and I enjoy having each and every one of you listen to this podcast, regardless of whether you're a friend or a parent.
I am super excited to get started with Normalcy Summer Edition. I can't wait to actually hear interesting things rather than Milena's Day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab a subscriber count because I did one last week. It was 11 last week. It's still 11. Oh, that's Well, I mean,
spread the word.
Yeah, can please
First
share.
season is ending. For celebration, share this with your coworkers, your friends, your family, your pets.
Give people time to be able to catch up before we do Normalcy Summer Edition.
Yeah. So we'll take a hiatus a bit.
Yeah, make sure that you're also hitting the bell.
Please hit the bell.
The bell, so you can get notifications whenever we upload.
Are we asking people to like, comment, and subscribe now? Is this what we've become?
I'm gonna, yeah.
Like, comment,
subscribe, please.
Subscribe.
I'm gonna do a view thing here. On the first episode, our pilot, there were 45 views. The second episode, there were 29 views.
Oh wow.
It's a drop,
That's
but not really.
drop.
There were 12 views of the most recent one.
Oh.
Which.
Come on, guys. I just
think that's because of the hype of the first episode was so much.
And plus, people trying to start from the beginning.
Yeah. I think that people just need to catch up. My dad isn't caught up. Danelle isn't caught up.
My aunts and uncles aren't caught up.
I'm not caught up. But then again, I do listen to every episode multiple times in post.
Yeah. I listen to each episode when it comes out too, so.
Wow. Loyal fan.
Yeah. I want to see what you edited out and stuff.
Oh.
No, I just want to see how the final product looks.
Yeah.
And also, just a shout out here, we wouldn't be able to do anything, make the sound as good if it wasn't for Kai.
If it wasn't for me.
And also Reese.
The music
was
brought
for
by
Reese.
Reese.
All I do is provide the cannon fodder for commentary. They are the ones who make this actually entertaining and enjoyable to listen to, so...
Hey, you provide a few of the views every week.
Yeah, I do. But they're the ones who get all the extra ones, so...
I haven't watched episode 3.
Watch episode 3.
I guess I'm a fake fan.
You're not a fake fan.
I guess I am.
Oh, it's alright.
I have no more remarks.
Alright. Okay.
If this is the last episode of Normalcy Season 1, thank you.
Yep.
If it is not, see you next week.